WerewolfLydia here, and welcome back to a new flea market haul on my channel. So today I am here to do basically the review or the show and tell of my flea market haul from the month of October. And right now when I'm recording this, it is November. I'm not sure when this will go up on my channel, but this is for the month of October, and basically it's from if I'm correct, from 3 weeks at the flea market, because on the 4th week I was not able to go to the flea market because it was raining. And I did mention in like previous flea market haul videos that it's a outdoors flea market, so when it's raining usually there is not like a lot of people or sellers over there, so it's not worth going. So yeah, I skipped 1 week, but during those 3 other weeks I was able to gather quite a nice little haul of dolls and figurines and some, other kind of smaller or larger bits and pieces. And I am going to try and not separate this video into 2 parts, because I don't think there's a need for that, hopefully. So I will try to pack everything in this one single video. It may be a little bit longer than usual, but I will try to keep it as short as possible. And that's why first off I'm going to start off by showing you guys the smaller bits and pieces on the pictures, and you can see those on the screen now. I'm not going to bore you guys with showing you these one by one as usual. So there are just some small figurines like Kinder Surprise, and there was like some trash bag bunch over there, and I don't know, some other little bits and pieces. I know that there is also like a tiny Mighty Max playset in there, which also had the figurine inside, and I was really surprised by that, because usually the small figurines from these pretty awesome vintage playsets are missing, but this one had it. I'm really happy about that. And there's also like this super old or retro, vintage, whatever you want to call it, dog figure in there that's called the Wrinkles. If you want to search for that online, you can find out a little bit more of them. They are pretty cool if you ask me. And yeah, so back to the video now. Those are the smaller bits and pieces. You all saw some like interactive stuff in there too, like Skylanders and whatnot, and those are working as well, so I tried them out. And yeah, it's pretty awesome when something is working. And if you get it off the flea market, there's always a chance, unfortunately, when stuff might not work, even if you like exchange the batteries. But yeah, so now I'm going to show you the bigger stuff, or the more interesting things, I guess. And I'm going to show you the plushie that you saw in the thumbnail of this video, and that's basically the only plushie that I was able to find during this month. And this is actually from a second-hand shop over here, or like a thrift shop, and I just couldn't leave it there when I saw it. And it's a super duper cute jackalope plushie. The jackalope is like a mythical or cryptozoological creature. If you didn't hear anything about this creature yet, you can go ahead and search online. It's basically like a half rabbit, half I don't know, it's something like the rabbit has antlers and bigger teeth, and it has in some representation it has wings. So yeah, it's a super interesting mix of different animals, and the jackalope is just such a adorable little thing. And this plushie is just super fluffy. It's in beautiful condition, and when I saw it I was just like, I immediately need to get it, because I don't have anything jackalope based in my collection. So I was really happy to find it, and it's such, I'm just really in love with this plushie. It's such a cute little piece. I don't know what company made it, because there is no tags on it, but I do have to do a search online probably later and find out more. So yeah, that's the only plushie I found. Now moving on to the dolls. I was able to find one, and only one, Monster High doll. So I'm guessing kind of Monster High dolls are starting to become a little bit more rare. Like that big wave of Monster High dolls when everyone just, you know, like getting rid of them on the flea market kind of has passed, I guess, I don't know. But I was able to find a Abby doll, and she is, if I am correct, she is from the I Love Fashion line, where the dolls came with like 2 or 3 like outfits that you could change them. I really love this Abby because she has this really dark purple lipstick and I think it's beautiful. And as you can see, she is wearing an outfit. It is one of the outfits from that set, if I am correct, and it's in a really nice condition. I mean, the doll, she has both of her arms and hands, nothing's missing. Well, I mean, nothing's missing, none of her limbs are missing. I wanted to say that because she does not have shoes or anything else on her, but she's in, regardless, really good condition, of course after a wash. She does have the glue seepage problem in her hair, but that's okay. For now I didn't give her any treatment for that. Eventually when I will customize her, we'll see what I will do with that. But yeah, she is really in really good condition, considering that she's a second-hand doll. And also Monster High related, I was able to find one of the Monster High chairs. Now, as you can see, the back board thing of the chair is missing, but you know, still it's a Monster High chair. So, and you know, when you put the doll on it, it's not like super visible that that part is missing, or it's not like it doesn't really bother me. And I'm using Monster High furniture for photos, of course, so and it was like super cheap too, like 50 cents or something, so I had to pick it up because it's Monster High related. But yeah, so those are the only Monster High items that I was able to find now. But I did find some more dolls. Let me just grab them. And I dropped the jackalope. So I was able to find some more of the Enchantimals little animal fairy-like dolls. I was able to find 4 of them. So I have one more of the deer. I swear this is my 4th one. There was just so many versions of her released. I don't think I'm going to grab any more of her, even if I find them like with different paint job on their top. I'm just going to leave it there because I already have 4 of them, 4 of her, and I really don't need any more. So one of the little deer girls, I found the little pig girl, and she also still has her chef hat because she was like a chef edition. She is super cute. And I was able to find one more version of the skunk girl, and she is in excellent condition. She still has her original hairstyle, nothing's missing on her, she still has a skirt and shoes, so she's like brand new. And I was able to find my very first of the teeny tiny little Enchantimals. I'm going to call these little sisters because I'm not sure if they have like a specific name or something. This is the little bear girl. She does have a skirt, but this is, if I am correct, not her original skirt. I don't know who the skirt belongs to, but it's okay, at least she has something on. So those are the 4 little Enchantimal dolls that I was able to find, and I was able to find 3 Nanana surprise dolls. Now, honestly, after I washed them, because they needed a good wash and hair treatment and whatnot, I kinda regret now getting them because they are in not good condition. And they have been like really well played with, and the most annoying part is that their hair is really damaged because honestly, and I think I mentioned this before, that these dolls do not have the best quality hair. Like their hair is a pretty bad quality, and it gets like really damaged and destroyed after if you comb it a lot. And since these dolls are made for smaller children and little girls, they do tend to comb the dolls a lot, and it damages their hair like really badly, and it's not something that you can fix. and only by cutting the hair. And these dolls, on top of that, they do not have their clothes, and they also have some mold problems. So they, I don't know, must have got somehow like wet, or they were kept in some bad conditions, and they have mold problems. So I don't know, I did rescue the dolls because I felt bad for them, but the mold problem, it's something that I did not notice when I picked these dolls up. The mold only like showed up after I cleaned them. So yeah, it wasn't my best purchase, I have to say that, but it is what it is. I have them here now, so I'm not going to throw them out or anything, and they are now at least clean, so it's okay. So first off, I have two of the, you know, the regular Nanana dolls, and this one is in the best condition out of all three of them. This is the little like dolphin girl, as you can see, and yeah, her hair is not in best condition, but it's I guess acceptable. And we also have the little black cat girl. Now, originally she was supposed to have like two beautiful long braids of hair over here in the front. I was not able to braid her hair anymore because a lot of it's missing, and it's way shorter than it was supposed to be, so I just tied them up in these two little pigtails. Yeah, the mold is kind of visible on her, but it's not as bad as on as it is on this one, which is, as you can see, the one of the teens, so the larger dolls. And this is like the flamingo girl. Like, she was supposed to be like a dancer, a flamingo dancer, and she was supposed to have like way longer beautiful hair, but I had to cut most of her hair and make her this kind of 20s style bob kind of hair, because it was that bad. And the mold is really like, I'm not sure if you can, probably you can tell from the camera, but she has these little black dots all over her face and arm and legs, and that's the mold on her. This is, by the way, my first ever teen doll from the Nanana Surprise series, and they are quite heavy actually, and they are still cute, but I somehow prefer the smaller ones. I think these are cuter, but you know, if I'm going to find more of the teens, I will probably pick them up as well. But yeah, it wasn't my best purchase, but I have to figure something out and try to replace their clothes. But that's that. And the last of the dolls, I guess I could call that is this teeny tiny Monchichi doll. Now, she was also in a really bad condition, really like super played with. I actually got it from the same place where I bought the Nanana Surprise doll, so I'm not surprised by her condition. But after washing her and giving her a little bit of judging, I was able to restore the fur on her, because this was supposed to be like a little lamb, so it's not like a regular monkey Monchichi, it's actually one of the little lambs. And this one looks actually good now, in my opinion, so I'm satisfied with it. And she also came with a original Monchichi dress on. Now, I did take off this dress from her because it's too large for her, so I'm going to give this to one of my larger Monchichi dolls and find some other dress, or make a dress for her that fits her better. But you know, I'm really happy still, because until now I only had one lamb, and it's one of the larger ones from the Monchichi series, so that was a good find in opposition to the Nana Surprise dolls. Now moving on to some figurines, or actually I'm going to first show you guys a statue, which is something that I don't usually buy or find. I am not a huge collector of statues, but sometimes I do pick these up, and I was able to find this awesome and pretty large, as you can see, statue of Bastet from the Egyptian gods, Egyptian mythology gods. And this is of course the cat goddess, and she has seen better days, so I do think that I'm going to like repaint her or fix her paint. Most probably repaint her, because these statues always have like kind of a sloppy paint job on them, which I am not a big fan of, but she's still really cool. I do have I think one more statue of Bastet in my collection, but it's a smaller one, so I'm really happy that I was able to find a larger one too, and she was like $4 or $5, so I think it was worth it. I'm guessing it's probably from Egypt or something, but I could be wrong, because these statues tend to have like a mass production made by China, so I don't know. And now to some actual figurines. I was able to find, and this is, if I'm correct, my first ever find of one of these figurines on the flea market. This is from the Eldrador creatures, made by Schleich, so a really great company when it comes to lifelike creatures, and also like dinosaurs and whatnot. You guys probably already saw in my previous like flea market haul videos that I tend to buy Schleich stuff from a flea market, and Eldrador creatures is, I'm going to call it like a fairly new collection. I think it started like in 2018 or something, and these are like different creatures, basically different kind of animals and whatnot from they are like fighting each other, and they are in like different element categories, like water and fire and ice and earth. This is one of the earth creatures, and some of these were like available for a short time in our supermarkets as well. I was able to grab a few of them that were like the cheaper in price, because they are like categorized in different price scales. If you know Schleich figurines, you know what I'm talking about. And I was able to grab the more cheaper ones, or the smaller ones, but I did pass on the larger ones because they were too expensive for my wallet. And so yeah, I do have a few of them in my collection, and I did not have this one. So this is like a turtle from the earth creatures, and he is in a really good condition, and I really like it how he looks. Although he is missing his weapon, he was supposed to have like a I don't remember correctly, I think it was like a mace or something, a double-sided mace maybe. So yeah, the unfortunately that is missing, but otherwise I'm really happy with the figurine, and that I was able to add it to my collection. And I wish that I was able to find more of these, but you know, I would prefer if they weren't like missing items, or especially body parts, because some of these body parts, like wings for example from the dragons, can come off, and that's never a good thing when it's missing some parts. Especially, I mean, I'm okay with figurines missing their armor or weapons, because that's pretty common when you find something like second hand and on the flea market, but when it's missing body parts, it's a bit more annoying thing, and it's harder to replace those if you are ever able to replace them. Now moving on, and I was talking about dinosaurs, so I have a dinosaur over here. I think it's a Pantoceratops, if I am correct with the name, and this is a, as you can see, it's pretty colorful, and that means that it was made by Chapmay. And yes, this is a Chapmay figurine. I still really love these. I think they are really just super fun, and basically they represent dinosaurs how you imagine them as a kid. At least for me, I always imagined them like really colorful and whatnot, and that's why I really like them. The original this figurine, I think it was supposed to like move his head, but the head is actually broken, so I had to glue that back in. So now he no longer can move his head, but you know, I'm okay with that. It's still a pretty cool figurine. I do have to pack him away, unfortunately, because I don't have free space to display my dinos, but you know, I'm still happy to add it to my collection. Now moving on to a vehicle. and this is actually a motorcycle, as you can see, and it's a pretty vintage piece because it's from 1995 by Galoob, and that means this motorcycle belongs to one of the biker mice from Mars. And I am not like a huge collector of that series. Until now I only have one of the mice and one Betty, but you know, I just thought that I don't know to which mouse this motorcycle originally belongs to. I have to check that out on the internet, but regardless, I just thought that my mouse should have at least a motorcycle because, you know, they are biker mice, so and it would just, you know, fit better and look better in my cabinet over there in the back where I keep my vintage figurines. So yeah, by the way, the motorcycle is in pretty bad condition. It's the paint job has, especially the silver paint job, has chipped off like at a lot of places, but the bike was like $2 or something, so I just thought that I should pick it up for my mouse. Hopefully maybe in the future I will be able to find more of these motorcycles or more of the figurines. And yeah, it's always fun to find vehicles. Vehicles and places seem to be a little bit more rare than the actual figurines. And now at last but not least, I'm going to close this video with some TMNT or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figurines. I found two of the larger ones from the 2012 series, and these are the talking you know, the figurines that make sounds. This is a Leo and this is a Raphael. He has this weird swirly eyes because this was one of those figurines that you had to shake and they make sounds. It's pretty interesting, and both of these do work, which is great. I put some batteries in them and they work. Now the batteries, I already took them out because I needed the batteries for some other thing, but yes, both of these work, so I'm really happy with that. I have found also from TMNT two of these, I'm not going to call them mini figurines because they are not like mini, but they are small. I think these came originally in like blind bags, and they were supposed to have like stands too. Leonardo and Donatello from the 2006 Fast Forward. Was that the... yes, if it was Fast Forward version. I also have Raphael in my collection from these smaller ones, so I only need Mikey, and I think Cody was also released in this version, maybe Master Splinter too, I don't know for sure. I think there were like 6 figures released. And yeah, so I'm really happy to add these two. Any kind of TMNT merchandise from the Fast Forward series, since it was such a short-lived series, like only one season if I'm correct, they seem to be a little bit more on the rare side. And last but not least, 2 more figurines. One of them is from the Half Shell Heroes little figurines. This is Rocksteady, which I'm always happy to find because Rocksteady seems to be kind of like avoiding me, if that makes sense. I don't really find any Rocksteady related stuff, but this one is pretty cute. And I really don't have any stuff from the Half Shell Heroes series. I until now only have like 2 figurines, so this is like the 3rd one. And the other one is a mini figurine, and it's one of these kind of like the Foot Ninjas type of things. I don't know much about it because it's from the 2018 series, The Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I am not a big fan of. Honestly, I don't like the series at all, but I do collect the figurines because, you know, it's TMNT. So I don't know what the name of this ninja is, but I do know that he's a baddie, and now he is in my collection. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it for this flea market haul. I hope it wasn't like too long. And if you liked my video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more flea market haul videos, of course, coming up of the month of November, December, and so on. And if you want to comment on this video, you can do so on my Facebook page. The link will appear down below on the screen. And since I have to turn off the comment section, unfortunately, because YouTube policies, but you can go ahead and comment on my Facebook page. What do you think of all the stuff that I found? Which one is your favorite? Which one do you like? Do you prefer? Whatever you want, basically. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!